Hi, welcome to the weekly Qigong class. So people ask me about how you produce energy in the body, or how do you produce Qi. So we're going to do some exercise today to tonify the Qi in your body. I'll also send you some herbal formulas that creates Qi in the body, and also food that you can eat that creates Qi as well. And also at the end I'll give you some acupressure points that does it as well. But so first of all, we'll bow into class first. And our feet face off towards the 10 to 2, or we face off to the northwest and northeast. We have our hands on the side of the body, and your thumbs are facing backwards. Yeah? Roll back on your thumbs, and then bring down left hand underneath, right hand on top, and then two thumbs together. Good. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover it with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. Perfect. So the first one I'm going to do is an exercise. So Qi is produced a certain way. You get Qi from the air we breathe, from the oxygen. You get the energy from the oxygen, which is to convert it into Qi. You get Qi from the food we eat, and you also have Qi that we're born with, which is the postnatal Jing, which is stored in the kidneys, or Ming Men. And so we can access all of that. But the biggest one we survive, of course, is food and the air we breathe. In Qigong, we also can tap into the energy outside of ourselves and bring that into our body and turn that into Qi, life force inside our body as well. Now we do this as a human being, we do it anyway, we breathe in and out through the pores anyway, but with the Qigong what we're doing is we're opening up the pores, we're doing it more intentionally, so we're going to get more energy because we're doing it without intention. Yep. And we want to do that, and we want to create more energy in the body because then we have more life force for the rest of your life. Good, so we'll do the kidney exercise first. What we'll do is we'll do the kidney exercise first, and then we'll do floating silk hands. Yeah, we'll do it that way, I think. So the kidney exercise, this is from the 5-element Qigong system. So it's quite simple exercise. They stay double weighted, and your hand turns. Now I'm going to mirror you. So you're going to go to you're going to use your right hand first. I'm going to put it out with your right hand, and we're going to turn to the left, and the hand's going to come up. You're going to turn your hand upside down, so you're looking underneath your hand, and it's going to come across the front. Yeah. So what happens is you stay double weighted is that you swivel on the ball of your foot, and on your kidney point it comes off the ground, but you stay double weighted. So this is not so easy if you're doing it on a hard surface if you've got bare feet, because you've got half your body weight on that foot that you're turning. Comes up, look underneath it, turns. Good. That's what's happening with that hand. Now the other hand's sitting at your back. And it runs across your back. I'll turn around so you can see that. It runs across your back, parallel. And what's happening at that is the Sanjiao meridian that travels up the center of your hand. The back of that hand is touching the back of your body, and you're touching the two outer bladder points for the kidneys, and also Ming Men, which is all to do with the kidneys. Yep. And so you're touching those with the Sanjiao and connecting the back of your hand to those points. So we turn. Oops, better do the right hand. So you're doing your right hand, comes up. So it's easier if I mirror you, then you can just follow the same direction I'm going. Yeah, very good. Now you breathe in as it comes up. Breathe out when it comes down. Perfect. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Long, slow breath in. Breathing out now. Try to stay double weight so you don't change your weight when you do this exercise. So you're just turning on the foot. Perfect. Now we're going to swap the other side. Bring the other hand out. Now we've got the left hand out. And now turning. Back to across the front. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. One of the local dogs, one of our beach dogs here. Oh, a couple of them. They're great. The Bali beach dog. Well, the Bali dogs are they're very famous. You see them everywhere. They're great. Breathing in. Breathing out. Do one more. So this is tonifying the kidneys itself, which is helping to produce the qi, where the kidneys manage the qi. Good, and then bring the hands down. Floating silk hands. Now floating silk hands tonifies the lungs, which we get the energy from the oxygen. It tonifies the spleen, which you get the energy from the food, and it tonifies the kidney. So it does all three of them. So it's a very good exercise for producing qi in the body and cultivating qi. So if this happens, I'm going to mirror you. So you bring both hands up to the front, and you turn your right palm up, and the hand comes down. The elbow stays down, and the hand comes up. And you turn back to the front, it crosses across the top of the hand. You turn the hand over, and it comes from the back of the hand and it goes across the top of the hand, so you can feel the energy turning. Turn the body, the hand comes down, keep the elbow down. Come back to the front, turn the hand over, slide it across the hand. Comes up. Turn the hand. Now I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing with this one. So as it comes across, it slides across the top of the hand, and you'll be able to feel the energy between the palm of your hands. Then the other hand comes down, the elbow goes down. The elbow stays down, just the hand comes up. You turn from your hips, you turn back to the front. As it gets close to the hand, you turn the hand over, and you slide it across the top of the hand. And you'll feel the energy from the fingers. Comes up the back, breathing in. Come forward, breathing out. Breathing in. Very good. Keep your elbow down. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now the exercise is coming from the movement of your hips. Your hips are moving backwards and forwards. So you're rotating your hips. And then the hands are following the rotation of the hips. You're standing double weight on both feet on your kidney points. Your knees are slightly bent. Your pelvis is tucked forward. Your chin slightly back. So you feel all the weight going down through your legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Do one more each side. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then it gets to the front, and then both hands turn around, both palms down, and then roll the hands back, and then bring return the chi to the lower dantian. Perfect. So when the production of blood or qi in the body, there's a couple of systems that produce a lot of it. And one of them is Qigong, which is the standing posture. It's like standing like a tree. So the Chinese character means that. And one of the postures in it is tree hugging inside. But we're not going to do that one. We're going to do another one that produces yang for a different way. Now, understanding when you're standing on your muscles or you're working your muscles, if I'm standing on one leg, my knees bent, I'm engaging my muscles. The longer I'm engaging my muscles, the more the body produces yang qi. Because the yang qi is what funds the muscle movement. Not the yin qi, it's the yang qi. So by doing any muscular exercise, you start producing more yang energy. And the yang energy is all part of the yang qi that we want in our body too, which is all about the qi production. So the postures are done static. So I'm going to do one of them is playing the lute, which is a famous posture, Qigong, but it also inside Tai Chi Chuan. Tai Chi Chuan has also this posture as well as part of its exercise. The posture looks like that, and you've got your toe up in the ground, off the ground, and you have both hands like that. It's like playing a big bass, and you're playing the bass, you're holding the neck of it, and you're playing the bass, but the toes up, yeah? And you're standing in this posture like that. Now, because the back leg's bent, and because I'm standing on my kidney point, and I'm basically standing on one leg, I'm not standing on two, I'm just standing on one. Because I'm doing that, then this leg's engaged and the muscles are working really hard. So the longer I stand on that, the more yang qi I'm producing. So the posture, the static posture, and this idea of this relax, keep your shoulders relaxed. I'll come around the front and show you what it looks like from the front in a second. So we're standing in that posture, and this is not an easy posture, especially if we're going to stand here for a minute or so inside the posture. We won't stand for long on it today, I just want to show it to you. And you hold the posture. Now you're looking straight ahead, your pelvis is still tucked forward even though you're on one leg at the back and the other one's just sitting on the ground. There's no weight in the front, you're just sitting on the heel. And both hands, both palms, this palm's facing that way and this palm's facing that way, and we're standing there like that. Yeah. There's a lot of activity around here today. Very good. So how we change postures, you bring your foot and a hand in, and we step off the other side, and we do the same thing. Onto the heel, both hands facing forward. Now the same thing now, this leg's engaged. Now, because one of the legs is yin and one's yang, then you produce yin energy or yang energy, depending which one you're standing on. Yeah. Now I'm mirroring you, so I'm standing on the equivalent of your left foot, which is the yin foot, and the right foot's the yang foot. I'm standing in the posture. Now when I'm standing in the posture, I'm looking straight ahead, tucking my pelvis forward, bring your chin back, relax your shoulders. You want to relax the shoulder joint, the wrist joint, and feel like the arm's quite long. It stretches the arm through the joints, so it's not the compression of the joints. You feel like the whole body's expanded. You feel like you feel the energy going down your legs, yep. And direct line goes from there, your knees above your toe. So it's in a direct line from your quad, then to your knee, to your toe. And you have the idea of you're feeling the sinking down inside the body. At the same time, you feel your head strings pulling you up the other way, so you feel like you're going down one way and up the other. So you have this expansion and this sinking inside the body at the same time, inside this posture. And you just breathe in and out, breathe in and out, breathe in and out just quietly. Very cool. And then bring the blanket. Now I've only stood there for a little while. You can stand up, so you can build that up, stand for a minute, you can stand for 5 minutes inside those postures, and then it just generates more power. I can feel now how it's vitalised my energy. I can feel it whizzing around my body now. We'll finish with tree hugging. We'll do a little bit of tree hugging because tree hugging's a fundamental exercise for producing chi inside the body. And lots of different reasons. There's lots of things happening inside the body without too much detail, but just know it's coming up from the ground, round your hands and circulating around. And it's creating this energetic movement from the ground up through your dantian and through your hands and back down like a figure eight. It's happening inside. It looks like that and going through the dantian, down the feet and back up the other way. Like a figure eight in your body, but we're standing with the hands in the front like this. Yeah. So how we get into that posture is we start with our hands facing towards the ground, so you have Lao Gong point facing to the ground. Feel the shoulders extend, elbows extend, or resting, expanding, and same with the wrists. So you feel like your arms have got longer, connected to the kidney points to the ground, putting your head string and feeling like your vertebrae standing up tall. That's it, perfect. Good. And then you slowly raise your hands. And when you bring your hands up, don't bring your shoulders up. Just let your hands float up. And then let your elbows turn down, which turns your hands around. Good. And then we bring into the posture. Now, there's lots of people who have their arms a long way apart. Today, we're going to do it about 2 fingers width apart. So they're right nice and close, that close together, yeah? Keep your shoulders down. Now, if you look between the fingers, you'll be able to see the little lines like a mirage between your fingers. So as you see the energy traveling between the fingers, you'll be able to see it, especially if you have a dark floor. You'll be able to see the energy traveling between the fingers, yeah? Shoulders down, chin back, look straight ahead, yeah? Just breathe long breath in, long breath out. Just relax the shoulders. Cool. Now, when you're standing in the posture, make sure you tuck your pelvis forward and then relax. Standing on the kidney point, knees are slightly bent. Same thing again. We have the idea of the grounding from our quad, from our hips, our knees to our feet. They're in alignment and the energy is going straight down. Head strings pulling up, your vertebrae up. Relax. Energy is coming up through the feet, round through the hands. Perfect. Now this is another posture you can stand in for a long time. I'm introducing the posture to you, but you can stay here as long as, if your shoulders get really sore, and really painful. You better not to be fighting the pain at this stage, because you don't want to cause your body any stress. So if it gets too painful, then just come out and just let the arms go and relax. Yeah. Very good. Now how we get out of the posture is we turn our palms to the front, and then we slide our elbows like sliding our hands off a table, and then we bring the hands down. Perfect. Here you go. And you'll notice after that, and the big thing, of course, is try and keep your shoulders down. You're going to get pain holding your arms up at this stage, but eventually when you do Qigong, the arms will start by themselves. The energy will hold them up. You don't have to hold them up with muscles. They'll stay there with the energy. That's something that will happen, and people who have done Qigong will talk about this, and they'll explain when they feel their arms floating. Yep. So I want to finish it with closing exercise. Because we've been generating lots of movement of power and chi through the body, what it does is take away, or it moves the perverse chi. The perverse chi is unwanted energy in our body, and quite often it'll go back to our physical center, and it goes back to the center of the energy, and we don't want it in there, so we're going to get rid of it. And how the exercise you do that is you lower yourself down, and you bring your back of your hands to the back of the hands, and you push your hands out. And now in my mind, I'm taking the perverse chi out of my physical, and I'm sending it out of the body. And you breathe out, and then you breathe in. Push all the perverse chi out of the body. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. So this Dalian practice is in the nose, out the mouth. Most Qigongs in and out through the nose. Breathe out. Breathe in. And we'll do one more time. My intention is to move the chi out of the body. And then bring in all the good chi into my dome. Then put your hands back in the lower dantian and stand back up again. Very good. So that's a really good practice, nice simple practice you could do every day. And you'll notice by doing this exercise how much more energy you have. Right now I feel great. And it just boosts the energy, but what it does is creates the development of energy, not just the energy itself. We're absorbing it from the outside. It helps with the breathing, the oxygen, and get the energy from the breath. Get it from the food. If you've had anything to eat, you'll absorb the energy better. And as I say, the big thing with Qigong is you're tapping into the energy field outside of yourself, and you're bringing that into the body. And that's one of the most important parts of Qigong. Yep. Have a beautiful week, and we'll just bow out of the class. And I'll see you next week. And hopefully another sunny day like it is today. Have a beautiful day. Eh? Roll back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top, two thumbs together. Go on, make fist with your left hand, cover with your right. Bring it towards your heart and down to your physical center. Perfect. And take a step back and bow to each other. And from all around the world, the people are doing this exercise now. And even if they do this exercise in 6 months' time, I'm glad you come to the class, and I hope you enjoyed it.